During a work Zoom on her laptop, my girlfriend forgot to mute her mic. I heard her whisper, "God, I hope he doesn't propose. How do you politely reject a man who pays your rent?" Her coworker said, "Just marry him, then divorce later." Start. I wasn't supposed to hear it. I wasn't supposed to witness her plotting my humiliation in the quiet of her own living room. But fate has a way of showing you what you've been blind to. Her laptop was unmuted. I was halfway through a spreadsheet when her whisper cut through the hum of my own work. "God, I hope he doesn't propose. How do you politely reject a man who pays your rent?" A laugh. Her coworker joined in. "Just marry him, then divorce later." They laughed. I closed my screen. The world didn't shatter that moment. I didn't explode. I sat back and listened to the rhythm of betrayal. It was a subtle, quiet acknowledgement that my life, my heart, my trust had been treated like a disposable investment. We had been together for 3 years. 3 years of dinners I cooked, of rainy nights we shared under a single blanket, of laughter that felt endless. I remember the first time she called me in the middle of the night just to hear my voice. I remember the way her eyes glimmered when she said, "I've never felt this safe." I had believed in that. I had loved her. And now I knew the truth. I replayed the whisper in my mind over and over, dissecting it, tasting the venom. How long had she thought this? How long had she pretended? I let the anger settle into cold calculation. There is no art in rage, but there is strategy in revenge, and I am nothing if not patient. The first step was observation. I didn't confront. I didn't react. I watched. I traced her lies. I documented every deviation from truth. Screenshots, receipts, conversations. Patterns emerged, gaps where her loyalty should have been. I learned her schedules, her habits, the fragile edges of her arrogance. Every laugh, every smile she threw at me while secretly plotting my humiliation became ammunition. I set the financial stage. The accounts she depended on, the cards she flaunted as security, those were my next pieces. The calls she ignored, the payments she considered hers by right, they would soon speak for themselves. It took weeks, quiet nights in front of glowing screens, the hum of control settling in my chest like a warm, sharp stone. When the day came, I acted with surgical precision. Her card disconnected first. No warning, no signal. Just cold, immediate silence. A small panic bloomed on her face that morning as she discovered 47 missed calls, each one deliberate, each one a record of my patience and her oversight. Her phone blew up. She ran around the apartment, tapping, swiping, begging for attention, for control. But she couldn't reach me, not yet. I remained distant. I was the calm eye in a storm of her confusion and fear. I confronted her later, privately. She thought she could manipulate the situation, twist it, charm me with tears. She never understood that the strongest weapon isn't shouting, it's silence. I laid it all out. The whispers, the laughter, the plans she had so casually plotted while I loved her. Her face paled. Her voice shook. I didn't. You did. Every word, every thought, every laugh behind my back. The cold clarity in my voice cut deeper than she imagined. She had spent years underestimating me. I watched as pride crumbled into raw shame, as her confidence fractured under the weight of truth. That moment, the quiet devastation, the sudden recognition that she had lost control, was mine.
It didn't feel like victory at first. It felt like a quiet settling of dust in a room finally emptied of lies. I let her panic, her realization, her regret simmer. I didn't need to raise my voice. I didn't need to scream. The subtle power shift was enough. She understood. I was no longer the man she could manipulate. Weeks later, the aftermath was complete. She had lost her leverage, her financial grip, her illusions of entitlement. The coworkers who had laughed now avoided her. The facade of safety she believed I provided was gone, dismantled with precision and patience. She texted me once, an apology, hesitant and hollow. I didn't respond. Silence is the final echo of betrayal addressed. And me, I woke up each day calmer, stronger. Revenge isn't just about payback. It's about reclaiming your narrative, your strength. I didn't need to humiliate her publicly. I didn't need to dance on the ruins of her ego. I only needed to act, quietly, deliberately, ensuring every consequence landed exactly where it should. I remember looking at her that final morning, her expression a mix of panic and disbelief, realizing that she had underestimated my patience, my intelligence, my capacity for silent vengeance. I let her stew in that knowledge, while I sipped my coffee, heart steady, mind sharp. No regrets. No chaos, just justice delivered with precision. I am still calm, still collected, still the man she thought she could toy with. But now, I am untouchable. Every laugh she shared at my expense, every whisper she believed was hidden, returned to her in ways she never anticipated. And as I look back, I don't feel hatred. I feel relief. Relief that the truth is mine, that the betrayal has a face, and it belongs to her. And most importantly, relief that I have risen, not in fury, but in mastery. She learned far too late that power lies not in deceit, but in patience, in preparation, in execution. And I learned that betrayal is a teacher, a cruel one, yes, but precise. And its lesson is worth every calculated move, every cold smile, every quiet victory. I closed my laptop that morning, just as she had once done carelessly, unaware. But unlike her, I left nothing unfinished. Every plan complete, every consequence delivered, every betrayal accounted for.